There's a neon sign flicker in the window pane. Two bar stools talking about life and pain. They ain't saints, hell they ain't trying to be. They're pouring truth shots, chasing them with whiskey.
Hey, it's Tom.
And it's Rumble.
And you're listening to the Happy Hour. Yet again, we're not sure why, but you're listening or watching, whatever it is you're doing this particular fine, cold Monday evening.
Yeah. Cold. It is. I'm not ready for it. It kind of went from fall right to winter. I walked out, last night at work, one dude threw a snowball at me. I'm like, what the fuck where did this come from? And he's like, dude, someone outside. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I actually went into work a little early today because some of the sidewalks were a little icy, so I wanted to make sure no one had any issues with that.
Well, I had an issue. I biffed it on the bike. I was out. I was rolling around on the street, rolling around, flopping around. I'm like, son of a bitch.
So I guess the big news is last time we did the podcast, we were in a government shutdown, which is no longer the case.
Yeah,
government is operating, so everyone's getting their benefits now.
Hey, that's good. I have good news for everybody, but
Yep.
You know what? I don't understand so they shut down because they wanted certain things, but they opened up because they didn't get nothing. It was absolutely useless about nothing got done.
I don't know it did get done. They got a Democrat elected in New York City.
Oh, that's yeah.
So
you see the circus that's going on in there.
It could have been. I don't live in New York City, so I don't care. You know,
it's
but the thing of it is it just seemed that they shut the government down to get their candidates elected, and then oh my god, now the government's opening.
Yeah,
hey, maybe that's not really the way it is, but that's what it looked like to me.
You know what? The more it's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors, man. It's all smoke and mirrors.
I guess I'm politically hungover right now.
Yeah, it's a lot to take. I know, and so it's not a surprise. I'm a Trump fan. I like Trump. I don't like everything about Trump does, but I think it's coming to a point where the American people are like, okay, we elected you, and you said you were going to do all this stuff, and now it is, and you did. There's absolutely nothing. You did.
Well, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here. So I learned a long time ago, very early in my voting life, that I don't believe a damn thing, especially the guy running for president.
Right.
I don't believe a damn thing he says, because he could have the best intentions, and it's really not up to him.
True. You're just a patsy, pretty much. You're the face of.
And it's become. I was having a conversation today with a coworker, and it's now I can remember, spent a lot of time with my grandparents, and I can remember like
Reagan.
No, like watching like older movies, or seeing some propaganda. Like, you remember it's better to be dead than red. The whole anti-communism thing.
Yeah, or the.
I almost feel like the Republicans and Democrats are using that same propaganda, but instead of it's better red than dead, or it's better dead than red, it's that if you're a Democrat, it's better dead than red. But if you're a Republican, it's screw you if you're blue. And I really feel like that's what this is coming to. And I say this time and time again, and I think there are some Republicans that really are good politicians,
Yes.
and they really do care about people. I also feel there are some Democrats that are the same way. I try not to judge the whole party
on
a few people that look. There's some Republicans I really don't like, and
and
there are some Democrats I really don't like, and there are some independents that I really don't like.
Right.
Like,
it just seemed like.
But I'm a firm believer in that no matter where you stand, there's a process, you know, and as much as you want to agree or disagree with the Electoral College, you get to speak with your vote. And why I think on a national level for president and things like that, I don't think it is at your voice isn't as loud
Right.
as it is locally. But if the majority of people are voting for a candidate, you know, I'm not big on this not my president thing.
Right. No, that's bullshit.
He is. Like, you don't have to like it.
Right.
The majority of the people spoke. And why the Electoral College and the majority of votes don't always agree, you know, don't always walk down the aisle hand in hand. A lot of the times it doesn't.
No, don't.
You got to understand the dynamics of how it works. And I'm not going to get too far into it. You have deeply blue areas, which most happen to be cities.
Yeah.
You know, and then
but those are the problems.
Well, I'm not a firm believer in that either, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So, like, here. Let me finish my thought here.
Son of a bitch.
So, then you have rural areas which are deeply blue.
Right.
So while a good portion of the map
deeply red.
Right. Sorry, excuse me. So when you look at the map, it looks 99% red, but a lot of the red is sparsely populated rural areas. And the little blue areas are very densely populated. So, at the end of the day, the president is who the president is. You can kick, scream, and fight and do whatever you want to do about it, but the process did its job.
It did. The American people did speak. They spoke, and
I don't think any election is rigged. I'm going to tell you right now, there's just no way to pull it off. If you can logically explain to me, in a way that makes sense, how in a world where we live in, where everybody is connected, there's cameras on everybody, how you can rig an election one way or the other.
Right.
I don't believe it.
I think ways. There maybe, I don't know.
I don't think so, because when they said, you know, Biden rigged the election,
right,
there was not one concrete proof. Like, there wasn't any proof, or they couldn't come up with anything.
Right.
And
I mean, that's all said. I don't.
Right, but I'm saying, like, I don't like that, because it's the same people who were crying about, oh, everybody's divided, are the people who are feeding into that whole line.
But what I'm saying is, the American people spoke.
Right.
They elected Trump. The Democrats just need to just take just accept it, move on, and try to work with the guy.
Well, so
and it seems like they're just not. There's a wall. And
that is exactly what I'm saying. Where
because they're still pissed
it becomes like very 1960s, 70s, 80s Cold War anti-communism propaganda, but we turned it on ourselves.
Exactly,
and that's just what it feels like. And
it is. I mean, if you want Trump to get any work done, whatever, you know, he did some things, you know, whatever. But how can he do it when he's constantly getting persecuted, and they come with charges of this, and then that drags out in court. Well, then that gets dropped, this and that.
I'm very on the fence with Trump. I don't hate the guy. I don't love the guy. I think he's done some good things, and there's some really what the fuck moments.
I want more people not maybe like him, but I want more people that aren't a full-time politician and aren't a Nancy Pelosi. You know what I mean? I just want more people that are a regular type of dude.
So, okay, and I understand. I get what you're saying, because it would bring a breath of fresh air.
Yes, it would.
Right. So, and I think that's what Trump's initial what drew people to him was that he was not, but that he wasn't a politician. But make no mistakes about it, he was a politician, whether he admitted it and whether we knew it or not, and not that he held office or anything, but he does have he is very politically motivated when he does things.
I mean, back in the early 90s, he was a Democrat.
Right.
Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. And then all of a sudden, he turned to Republican, and everybody hated him.
Well, I'll tell you this. I like Trump a little bit more now
Than you did back then.
than I did back then.
But he was all about that money then.
Right. I think he was only Democrat if you put it in perspective because of what he was trying to do, and he was able to make friends with the Democratic politicians who held office in city council. And I could be wrong. I'm not. I just think
I just feel the Democrats have somewhere down the line they have thrown a blanket over who they are. They try to mask who they are. Democrats are they take our money.
well, let's call it what it is. There is a gross. I'm trying
do
to
the
think
research,
of the word.
people. Do the research.
There's a gross lack of individuals who
seek knowledge.
know that are good leaders.
Right.
Okay. I'm not saying Trump is or isn't a good leader. I'm not saying Biden was or wasn't a good leader. But what I'm saying is I think the country is so divided, not because Trump is in office or because Biden was in office. I think it's because there's a lack of genuine leadership when it comes to the people who we are electing into office.
Right.
It becomes very me versus you, us versus them anymore when you start getting into politics.
And they lack respect.
And I think what happened, right, not only that, but I think when you start getting into this team, almost gang mentality that seems to be going on in politics right now, you tend to really lose a sense of what is really happening.
Or what your job is.
No,
really.
yeah, but I'm saying like what is really happening on our level, on the public's level.
Well, yeah, and they've been saying, they said something about, okay, now they want $2,000 and something about a 50-year mortgage. I don't know about you, but would you want a 50-year mortgage?
I wouldn't want a 30-year mortgage.
I mean, oh my God, 50 years.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
So, and I mean,
and that's their fix.
That might be, but I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, and that's Trump's idea. Right. But what I'm saying
they're out of clue.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So I think what they're trying to accomplish is make them more affordable for younger people to buy homes.
Why wouldn't they drop the debt of the younger people, or bring the prices down a little bit?
You want to talk about ideas, and this is one of my ideas. You wanna create a revenue stream as a government, and you want to provide affordable housing. Why don't we buy some land all over the country in every state?
Have reservations.
Huh?
Have reservations.
No. Build houses that you sell to citizens at an affordable price, and you get a revenue stream. Get into the real estate business.
The government get into the real estate business? I don't know if that would. The government can't even balance their own checkbook.
But what I'm saying
build a house.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm saying, like, so let's say,
I mean, something like that. It would
let's say it costs $100,000 to build a house. Now, here, this is my thinking, and somebody can chime in and tell me the 9,000 ways that I'm wrong, which is fine. But in my head, it's very cut and dry. You buy property. Property has a finite price. Okay, so let's say you bought 1,000 acres for $1 million, and I know it's not going to be that much. I know these prices aren't accurate. I'm just keeping the numbers round so they're easy to manage.
Right.
Okay. So on these 1,000 acres, you build 500 houses with 2 acres of land. Okay.
2 acres per house.
Right. So you got 500 houses.
And they living high on the hog on that one.
Well, listen. Just hear me out.
All right, hearing you out.
All right. Nice round numbers here.
Okay. All right.
All right. Would you rather 1,000 houses on an acre of property?
I mean, these big houses are going up. Like, I always laugh at these $500,000 houses, and you're sitting on a quarter of an acre, and you're watching your neighbors watch TV.
So that's what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying. So we'll stay with the 500 too. Okay, so you build 500 houses on each with 2 acres of property on this 1,000 acres of property you bought. Okay, so now the cost, you can tell me how. Now you know how much those 2 acres you paid for. Okay. Now you know how much you paid for those 500 houses.
Right.
Right. So I don't think there's a place out there who sells this who sells any kind of building material or appliances that are going to say, I'm going to, and I'm talking every state, everywhere, like there's going to be millions of houses being built. Right?
No, not much land.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
This country is mostly open space.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not even talking about the farm.
So then you're going to build these houses at cost, and then you're going to sell them at a reasonable price to these people.
At cost.
All right, you're going to sell them though. You're not just going to give them.
No, you're going to sell them.
Good.
So now, instead of being indebted to the bank, you're going to be indebted to the federal government for this mortgage. Okay? Think of it as a federally backed loan. Right? So now, as long as you're working and all this, your mortgage is going to be reasonable, probably cheaper than what most people are paying for rent now.
So I got to pay a mortgage and pay fucking taxes.
Well, you're doing that if you buy a house anyway.
I know. All of the government. The government sent back going.
But here's the thing. I win because I would never get that house for $300,000.
Not anymore today.
Right? The government is going to make money on the interest on the loans.
Yeah.
Okay? So everybody in my eyes wins. And again, please tell me where I'm wrong here. This is all hypothetical.
Hypothetically speaking.
Oh.
Very good. Who is that?
Good afternoon or evening. Austin, how are you?
What's up, Austin?
Anyway.
I like to say that sounds all fine and dandy.
This is hypothetical.
Yeah, fine and dandy, but man, you remember when they said, "Hey, we're gonna legalize gambling. They're just gonna lower all the taxes and you're gonna bring all this." If you give them more money, they're gonna spend the money foolishly.
Well, so and this is where you need strong leadership. This only works with strong leadership.
Right. There ain't nobody strong in there.
But I'm saying
Amazon and buy some
so
spines.
now you take some of this money, all right? You take some of this money and you put it away so that when people retire, they no longer have to pay property taxes.
Oh, like Social Security was supposed to.
I wasn't around when that started. So
I mean, they keep on dangling that over our head. Oh, there's not going to be no Social Security.
Right, but what I'm saying is let's keep these things separate.
There's so much wrong.
Right.
So much wrong.
I just think it would, if it could be done properly, I think it solves a lot of issues.
It would be.
All right.
And I believe doing away with the parties, that's number one. I think we need to do away with the parties. That's old school, dude. We need to you need to vote for the man. Don't vote Democrat or Republican because a lot of people that's what they do. They look at the ballots and they said, I'm gonna vote all Democrats. I don't even care who. Vote for the man for the job or the woman for the job.
Right. I'm gonna ask you a question. So the first gang ever, whatever it was,
New York gang, New York State Police. I mean the New York cops.
No,
that was the first gang ever.
We're not getting into
New York City.
I'm talking about the first gang. Okay. The second gang was started by people who didn't agree, who were already members of the first gang, started the second gang. Huh. Do we agree with that?
Yeah, it was cops, and then it was the robbers.
No. I'm just saying. So, and pretend gang 1 is the Republicans and gang 2 is the Democrats. So they were all one party at once.
Yeah, they have a big gang bang.
So the gang didn't agree, so they started two gangs. Right? So that's where we are now.
Yeah.
But if you really pay attention to Republicans and Democrats, Republicans are fractured. They're almost two factions.
Well, they are. You got the extreme right, and you got the
right. And the same with, I would say, the Democratic Party can almost be three now.
Yeah, because there's some good Democrats that I really do like, and there's some just that are off the wall, out left field.
But what I'm saying is, the founding fathers, if my history is correct, did not want parties.
They did not. No.
At all, because they felt it would undermine, how the government is run.
Right.
And then we ended up having Federalist and the Republican Democratic Party, which was one party. You don't hear Federalist anymore.
The federal banking system too. That was a big no-no to do.
Right. Well, there's a lot going on, and I think
the federal banking system is not federally owned, guys. The government does not own that. It just has
It's
federal there.
an independent,
Yeah.
which honestly I think is good.
Well,
I don't want the government controlling my money.
but you want them to control government controlling your housing.
But I mean, we can get in. No, because
I'm playing with
right.
it.
But what I'm saying, like, I'm trying to have a real conversation.
Yeah, we
here.
are. We are. I think we are. We still. I mean,
Right.
There's a lot that needs to be sit down and hashed out. Which I believe that this government shutdown was stupid. Nothing got done. Like
I'm past the shutdown.
Yeah, I'm just
because I think if we started electing the right people.
And here's that's where it comes down. We talked this before. That's when it funnels down to local. You start local, and you start state, and that's how it starts. And some of these kids, hey, be a politician. I want some of these younger people to get. I think it needs a fresh breath air coming into politics.
You're right, and I say this all the time. And
it smells like Bengay and piss.
You're right. Like, I mean, it smells like the lower level of Croc Rock. It took a minute for that to sink.
Fucking smells like Bengay and piss in here with all these 80-year-olds.
But I mean, I think the younger generation tends to shy away from politics because of all the shit.
Yeah, it's.
And I think, I know you can be liberal and love your country.
Yeah.
Both can be true.
Hell yeah.
And I know you can be Republican and not look down your nose at other people.
No.
Both things can be true.
Right.
I think what happens is people get wrapped up in the idea of what people,
and the media shoves stuff down people's throats and makes things that aren't.
Well, I don't watch the news, so
yeah.
I mean, I don't.
I hear now watch it. I just.
I see things
I get
pop
clips
up
here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch. Like, look, I watch CNN and Fox. Okay, and I know the truth is somewhere in the middle of what those two people are telling me.
See, I don't know. Now here you might say, oh, you're conspiracy theory type of dude, whatever have you, but I almost have a vision. I see it playing out right now. What's going to happen with everything is.
And I'm going to apologize to anybody watching on Facebook. My stuff is crapping out over here.
Sorry, Facebook, but
might lose Facebook.
What I was trying to say is, you notice all this buzz about. I mean, we've been having fun with it too. This AI shit. Some of this stuff is really serious. Do you think that technology just started a month ago or 2 months ago?
No, and I'm going to tell you.
Let me talk. What I'm saying is, all this, AI came out and all this. Isn't it going to be real funny when the government comes out and says, "Oh well, that wasn't us. That was AI," because it's getting really hard to decipher what is true, and especially if you're older person. Shit, like you look at some of these videos and they look damn near true.
Right. No, and
they're gonna sit back and say, "That wasn't us. That was AI."
So what? I'm just gonna say this. So you and I have been messing with an app.
Yeah.
And I actually found out about this app from my brother was using it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, now, it's not to the point where you can't really tell.
If you really look close,
if you look close, you can. But, like, I immediately went and downloaded it. Yeah. And I was like, okay, said the numbers it told me to say, did the whole look at, and I started pumping out videos.
Yeah.
Then I got you to get it.
And then I got Al. Right. You can see Al's videos.
so now you can cameo on mine and I can cameo on yours and I can make videos of us interacting and you're not even in the same.
I don't even know what's going on.
Right. You don't even know.
We're robbing a bank,
So here's my other question. What do you think of the new Happy Hour theme song? You got a chance.
I love it. I love it.
What if I told you that was all 100% AI?
Yeah, hey, that's good with me. I mean, hey, that's pretty damn.
I'm just saying. So, yes, what you're saying is absolutely valid.
Right. So then, I mean, we're all using AI in a funny, like, haha, like, entertainment, but there's people out there that are going to start using AI for money, gaining, money, or, could you imagine being you're an older person, and you get a video saying your country's under attack, and you see the White House blowing up and everything, or whatever, you need to send 1999 to a whatever, blah, 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 and they're going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to send this money there, and it's
Right.
all AI, it's all bullshit, and you just got robbed.
So here's the thing. So last week the number one country song on Billboard was AI. AI, completely AI generated. Lyrics, song, everything.
Wow.
Okay. So
What song was that?
it is.
I don't get on with the Billboard, but I mean, I found it pretty awesome that Limp Bizkit made it back up in the billboards after 25 years of hiatus. Did you see that?
Yep.
Technical difficulties here.
No, you asked me a question and I can't remember. So I gotta look it up.
I mean, some of these songs, like, they're using, like, Dr. Dre or Eminem, and they're, like, playing it in the 60s.
So the song is called Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust. It is all AI.
Wow.
All right. I would play it, but I think I'd get in trouble because we
don't play entertainment.
We don't. And maybe we're going to start getting into that.
Yeah, we don't.
And it sort of rips off the Facebook people because they don't get to hear it live because everything goes through our soundboard, and that is not right now.
Right. And
so now this poses a question.
Brings the value of the musician down.
It does. So now I use AI a lot lately.
Right.
I use it for. I've made some songs.
You did, and I heard some songs, and I was like,
now
wow.
I actually do the composition as well.
Right.
I don't just and spit out a song. I actually do the composition.
Right.
I do the lyrics. I do everything, and then I just kind of use AI to
throw it together. Right.
So I mean, I'm telling it how I want it to sound, what I want the chord progressions to be. You know what I'm saying? But
so,
at what point? And I was talking to another coworker, and he's a musician, and I said, so at what point? Because we have holograms now too. So at what point does somebody get smart and be like, you know what, we're going to create a holographic AI band and we're going to put them on tour?
Now, I'm not trying to be crazy here, but I think they already did that. The government already did that to us, and with some Biden things, because there's some times Biden was speaking, and there was some things off about the guy, and it looked like he had a glitch. There was a little bit of a glitch, or there was a little, he was stuttered, or he didn't know where he was.
Yeah, the glitch is called fucking Alzheimer's.
I'm saying, but what happens if they already done this to us?
Well, you know what? Like, that's the real scary part, and I bring this up all the time too. So, very soon, did I ever show you the video? Look it on YouTube. It's Will Smith eating spaghetti then and now. So there's 3 different versions of AI Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Right.
And I don't know, they were, years apart. So the first one was very sloppy. It looked like his face was falling off his head and the spaghetti was flying everywhere. The second one was a little more refined. It looked pretty good. The third one, which was done earlier this year, you can't tell
that it was.
It's fluid, and we are very proud of the results of the things that we are using with AI, and they're free.
Yeah,
and they're on the lower echelon.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
what you could do with
somebody that has a couple, $10,000 to spend on this, and nothing else to do but to do this? Like, it would be, I think the results would be amazing. I think we're going to start seeing AI generated movies. I think it's gonna start with like animated and CGI movies,
Yeah.
but I think you're gonna see a point in time where a quote unquote live action movie is completely AI generated.
So then our future is going to be totally. Our future is totally going to be written by AI.
Right.
Everything.
Well, I don't know.
And
We're
here's
still gonna be us, but when it comes to what we find in entertainment,
I will stand up, and I will be the next Terminator. I will take these motherfuckers down.
well,
But when is the AI going to get it? When are they going to get
you're
their own
gonna
mind?
have to be on time to
Well,
take
hey,
over the world, buddy.
hey, fashionably late, brother. But I'm saying, but when are they going to start? I mean, we see the power of it now, and that's on the lower end level of the technology.
Right.
Are these AIs capable of communicating now with each other, and developing relationships with each other, and developing? Dude, it's gonna be a nightmare
So
when you try to go to work and nothing.
You-
coffee pot doesn't come on.
you use the same AI programs I do.
Yeah.
Okay. And we get the results we get.
Minutes.
Right, but I'm saying they're very PG-13.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't go on there and say, "Hey, generate a picture of a naked woman for me." Well,
No.
there's guide rails in place, but that's only for.
I tried that already.
Right.
I was trying to get.
But that's only
and another man together. And,
that's up to the creator of the AI to put those guide rails on.
I think if you pay for maybe more expensive AI, maybe they probably won't.
Right,
have
and
that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's unrestricted AI out there that are very easy to get your hands on.
So then I could start. I could start. How do they say that? When you hold something over somebody's head, what is it called?
Blackmail,
Blackmail, but there's another thing to it. Like,
extortion.
yeah, I can start extorting people and start taking videos and say, "Hey, you were with another woman last night. Oh, give me $5,000, and I won't show your wife this."
And I'm gonna be like, show my wife. She's not gonna believe it. Show her, please.
Why did you call me?
Please show her. Please show her.
No, I'm saying, but AI can be very dangerous. AI can be very dangerous in the wrong hands.
You're right. So, and here's another point. So, we have a lot of fun with it. We've made some really cool stuff:
Yeah.
audio, video, images.
Funny shit.
You know, we used it a couple times to do some scripts. You know, we put the actual research into it and just use it to put stuff together.
Right.
Like that's what we use it for. We're not AI on the podcast. We're really us.
I'm not wearing a wire.
Yeah. He's not wearing underwear either, apparently. No, but anyways. So like we're using this and we're getting pretty good results.
Yeah.
And I like to think of us as the good guys.
Yeah,
Could you
we're
imagine if somebody who was up to no good with a little bit of money could do with AI?
Hey, Matt, I was talking to my buddy. I was like, dude, it's a matter of time until people are extorting people, or I mean, and imagine yourself being an older person, and you know, I mean, even us, we looked at some of the stuff when we first started seeing AI. It was hard to tell it was AI at first until we really actually started looking and okay, I can see there's a little bit of a blurriness there and there's a little bit of glitch there, but an older person, they don't know about glitches and like they're just
And they're gonna hear and get out of it what they want to hear and get out of it.
exactly.
So
Is it going to be? When's it? I mean, what is it going to be regulated, or is it just a free? Because right now it's the Wild Wild West.
right. So right now there is no regulations, state or federally, that I'm aware of.
No.
Last I checked,
There was not.
yeah,
no.
we had this conversation, you and I, and I love art. Okay.
This ain't art.
No, it's not.
It's hard. I mean, it may be art for people that can art. Art.
But at what point does actual art lose value if now anybody can paint the Mona Lisa?
But it's not the original.
It's not. But what I'm saying is if I can sit here and tell AI to paint me a picture of you.
Yeah.
And you tell AI paint a picture of you.
Yeah. Which one's better?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Not
There was no actual work put into
right.
it.
But then, okay, so then on the same aspect, why am I gonna paint? If I'm a painter, why am I gonna paint? Period. Because now all the bullshit's out there and painting's out there, and I'm not even gonna waste my fucking time right now.
Right. So I'm curious, and I
Because now you're just bringing. I mean,
right.
artists are probably sitting there looking at like, damn, that could have been, my painting up there. Or that could have been, you know, me up there on the stage. But now it's a computer generated program, and fuck, I'm fucked.
Do you think my question is do you think art will ever lose its like the actual art of creating something will ever lose its? Do you think people who are born artists?
I think that's what we're doing right now. I mean, how long can we keep on creating stuff until you start running out of ideas? Now, you guys they ran out of ideas, so now their idea is, hey, let's have a computer program create more ideas. Because
Right.
we did everything. We did movies, but I saw a South Park episode, and it really made me laugh. It was something. It was Butters doing something, but the other kid would be like, "Oh, Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. Simpsons has done every single scenario of every like. How can you not when you have an episode every week for the last 40 years?"
Well, I took this personally. I can't give you the names because it was in the morning on the way to work. So I listened to Rover's Morning Glory in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. And they were saying that there is a company, again, I forget what they're called, that they are creating 1,000 new podcasts that is all AI generated. The hosts are AI. Okay. So
That put us out of business.
it might. I mean, we ain't making no money anyways.
We still ain't going anywhere.
Right. So the thing of it is we might
fight 'em.
actually be in demand at some point when everybody
Maybe.
else quits.
I'll fight 'em.
We're the only real
I'm gonna fight 'em.
podcast. But
I'll go karate kick him right in the
but what I'm
screen.
but what I'm saying is like to me,
fucking give him one of the throat fucking punches.
to me, like my whole point of listening to a podcast is for the human element of it.
Yeah, it's funny,
I wouldn't listen to any of the podcasts I listen to if it was a fucking robot.
I mean, you could, listen to like this is NPR news. Like real.
Today
We're gonna talk
on NPR.
Yeah, fuck that. We ain't like that. We'll never be like that.
We're going to be talking about how dirty the steps on Capitol Hill are.
Dirty.
After this 30-minute ad from our sponsors.
but
anyways.
Can you imagine being that person that listens to that shit?
I don't know how.
I can't do that. That's like
who used to say
Bueller.
There was an old like news talk radio
Harvey.
thing.
Harvey.
And now you got the rest of the story.
Yeah. What the fuck was it?
Harvey.
Some of my older
Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey. Dude, he was a very smart man.
I remember listening to him on WYNS.
Mm-hmm. I remember listening with my grandparents, and dude, he put out something. Don't get me the date, but it was from 1965. But it pretty much sums up the way the world is going, because he said, you're gonna take the Bible out of the class, and the devil's gonna be this, and the drugs, and this.
Yeah, I remember seeing.
And it's pretty spot on. And I hate to say it, but if we don't stop, take a moment, collect ourselves, and change the direction of this country, America's not going to be great anymore.
I don't think America's been great for a long time, and I don't say that with any malice. I think we've become very complacent.
Mediocre. I think we're mediocre anymore.
Yeah. I love.
There's no place I'd rather live.
No.
I want to see America get great again.
Right.
And I
hear it. I hear it every week watching football, and they'll talk about a team that's struggling, and they'll say, "Oh, they just haven't found their identity yet." I kind of feel like that's where we are as a country. Is we're looking for our identity.
See Bryce Young, he found his identity.
Yeah.
That man.
Perks.
Oh man. Hurt.
He got perked up.
He broke Cam Newton's record. 448 passing yards. I mean,
And the Eagles won again. Shut
Whatever.
down Detroit.
Whatever. I'm saying it's pretty good. I mean, the man was gonna lose his job last week. Now he's like, what?
And
Dude, we split.
while we brought up football, let's talk about this fantasy football.
Oh yeah, dude, I killed it.
You did.
I
So,
killed it.
but I remember having a conversation a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, we were talking shit back and forth, and I can remember saying, the one team that I'm really afraid of is Bryson's team.
Yeah.
Because they caught fire.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
I snuck one out real. It was that close one, dude.
Yeah.
I think I beat it by like a few points, but
Right.
I was scared.
So I'm done. I have no players playing anymore. I'm up by 9 points, and he has the running back for the Raiders, Ashton Genty, against Dallas. So if he scores 9 points, we tie.
Yeah.
If he gets 9.25, he beats me. And all of a sudden, he'll be 4-4 with 2 games to go.
He's looking like getting into the playoffs.
You beat Joe. He
Yeah.
beat Joe. He's in.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right. So now I'm in, win or lose, because you won.
Yep, I'm on the top.
Right. Well, you didn't win. You will win.
Yeah.
I think you're like 97% projected to win.
But
But
I think that changed now. I did some killer moves to put me in that position.
as we're looking at fantasy football right now,
Hey, it's something fun to do, guys, and don't cost much. Cost anything.
99%.
That's
Right.
true. Dude, look at my guys. Look at Christian McCaffrey. Look at Allen. 50 points.
I was steamrolling the first 5 weeks,
Right.
and then my wife beat me.
I remember that. Yep. And then it kind of got out of your ego a little bit, and you started
then
doubting yourself.
Joe beat me.
And then this.
You didn't beat me.
Oh no, that's gonna be next week.
Yeah.
I
I put belt to ass on you when we played.
Oh man, I'm gonna put that spike in you, man.
So
I'll put that nail in that coffin, bro.
So
Talking to shit this week.
here we are, where I think we all kind of went through this at some point this year. Mine's happening later. Guys just are not getting their shit together.
Yeah, there was a few games. I mean, I don't know what my record is. I don't know. I lost one.
You will be 6-1.
I lost to you.
Yes. Yes.
There was a few times my players didn't show up that time, and when I played Alyssa, I think both of our players didn't show up that much, and I made some dumb pit. I mean, but Derrick Henry hasn't got me shit all year.
You are 6-1, going
to 7.
To 7-1. I'm 5-2. Could potentially be 5-3 or 6-2. My wife is 5-2. She's going to win and be 6-2. Bryson could potentially be 4-4. Joe will be 2-6. So if Bryson goes to 4-4,
now people out there are probably looking at it like saying, "We got this." We were in another league, and it kind of went south, and there was some cheating going on. So when we started our own league, like 3 weeks into the season?
we only got 10 games out.
Yeah, so that's why our wins aren't where everybody else should be.
We could have squeezed a couple more weeks out of it, but I wanted to have 2-game playoff rounds.
Yeah.
Because that way you're not getting beat by a fluke.
Right.
And
you can have 2 flukes though.
It's
a fluke.
It's very seldom that happens. But we probably could have squeezed 2 more weeks out of it. And then now we're going to be in the playoffs with guys not playing because they're in the playoffs.
Right.
So it just worked out better this way. But it's been fun.
It was fun.
I wore 5 of us.
I had a tutu.
Huh?
I wore a tutu and walked down the street.
Yep.
That was
when I put belt to ass.
So hey, it's. I think we play next week. So
we do, and
I talk shit.
The only person now that can if I lose tonight, I can't finish in first place.
That's gonna be me.
Right. But now Alyssa can.
The king.
And so can you.
The king has returned.
But
I'm gonna talk shit all week.
I don't care if you finish 10-0.
I'm gonna make signs. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna hang them
Understand.
up. Be like, you suck, Tagas.
Understand that nobody wins a championship at the end of the regular season.
Understand that I'm gonna do a touchdown dance right on your deck or the front, whatever.
My what?
Your front porch deck, whatever.
My deck.
Yeah, I'm not deck. I did not say that. You sick. Come on now. Starting to make me.
But I think I want to grow. I want to grow this fantasy football team or fantasy football league a little bit next year. You know, maybe we can get some listeners in.
Yeah.
There's one person in that is getting retracted out.
Yes.
And I have one person at work that wants to be added in.
Is that the person I was going to get in before, but then he didn't get in, and then?
Sort of.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's the bots team.
No.
Who was bots team? Yeah, it was Aaron or.
No.
Oh.
That was so none of us had a bye week.
I thought he was supposed to come down and do the draft with us, and he didn't, and then that's when we made a bot. I don't know.
No,
maybe I was figments of my imagination.
Yeah.
Figments.
I think so too, because he didn't even know about it until we were about 4 weeks into it.
No.
I just called Aaron it out because they were all like all the team names were like plays on NFL player names.
Yeah.
So that was Aaron Rodgers, Aaron it out.
Mine's Leggett.
My wife's hit me with your Prescott for Dak Prescott. Yours is two Leggett to quit.
Yeah.
Because of the wide receiver from
Carolina that he hasn't done nothing.
Mine's Saquon these nuts.
Yeah.
For Saquon Barkley.
He's been horrible too.
Well, aren't you glad that you didn't make that trade now?
I still have a horrible Derrick Henry though.
Yeah. I have a lot of players that put up really big numbers the first 7 weeks of the season, and now all of a sudden forgot how to play football.
My first pick was Christian McCaffrey because I had a feeling that he was going to have a badass year. And I tell you, I don't think Christian McCaffrey got me under 20 all year. And then my second was, everybody was like, don't go for your quarterback, your second round pick. I took Josh Allen, and last week Josh Allen gave me 50. This week. And, like, he's just, them two right there are powerhouses.
Yeah.
And without them, I don't think I would be in first place. And I got to thank them guys. So if you guys are listening, thumbs up, keep it up.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shit. So, Monday night. Who's playing tonight? Raiders and
Dallas.
Oof. So horrible. But Dallas has a pretty good defense, don't they? So, I mean, not the best, but no.
Their offense at one point, they had the number one offense and, like, the second to worst defense.
Yeah. I don't see their offense being that great. I don't know. It's who do you think is going to be the powerhouse? Your predictions on who's going to make a Super Bowl run
right now?
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Detroit. I'm only going to pick two from each side. Two and my wild. So I'm going to say Philadelphia and Detroit are locks, and I'm going Chicago
for the Wild.
They're in first place now.
And that's NFC.
Yeah.
What about AFC?
So for the AFC, I'm going Buffalo and Denver.
Ooh.
And my wild is going to be
Ravens.
New England.
You want to go with the Ravens?
Huh?
Ravens?
New England Patriots.
Oh, Patriots. Wow. No Ravens.
They're in first place. Only got 2 losses this year.
I don't see them going far in the play. I don't know. I think everything. I think Carolina is going to get in the playoffs. I'm going to say this right now. Carolina will make it to the playoffs. Not as a wild card.
I don't even know that they're in the wild card picture.
They're going to win their division, dude.
Let's find out.
They're 5 or 6 and 5 or 5 and 5. Look at that division. Look at the South.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
They're going to win the South.
No wild card is going to come out of the South.
It's not going to come out of the South. They're going to win their division, which is going to advance them.
So, because right now, it's the Bears. Wow, this is wild.
Told you. So what is the Buccaneers' record?
Buccaneers are 6-4,
Okay, what's Panthers' record?
6-5.
6-5. That's look at that right there. Okay, so you could have a team that is 500 and from the South, and that's going to make that playoff, and could make a run.
You could, but they have to win the division because
Oh yeah, they're going to win
the teams in the other divisions already all have winning records.
Carolina has found its groove. Give the young kid some perks, and he's going to put up 448 yards. He was an animal. He was like a gazelle running and just it was like a ballerina or a figure skater just mastering his craft. He was out there just throwing that pigskin, throwing it down the thing.
Guy has one
first down,
good game.
First down. And he was saying, "Fuck you, I'm here to stay." And I'm Bryce Young.
Perk Young.
Y'all perked out. Perk.
All right, I will give you the long shot, Carolina.
I think Carolina. They could be, especially with the running back situations that they got. They could have. They have the weapons there. If they put it together, I'm not saying they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. They could have a run for it. That's all I'm saying.
So
could have a run for it.
So who are your three teams in the NFC?
NFC is going to be Eagles. San Francisco. I think they get in. And Carolina.
Okay, what about your three from the AFC?
Ravens. Broncos. And Kansas City.
Kansas City's falling apart at the seams.
Well, I think they still make it in somehow. And maybe as a wild card.
How are you going to go against Buffalo?
I mean, I'm going to go against Buffalo because, what was it, 93, 94, and then just the other year, they
Well,
fall.
we're not talking Super Bowl. We're talking about most likely to make the playoffs.
Yeah, Buffalo will be in there, yeah. I guess they will be, yeah. But they're not. I mean, I would love to see Buffalo win the Super Bowl.
So what teams do you think are going to be in the Super Bowl?
Buffalo and Carolina. That'd be fucking sick. No, I'm saying that would be good. And don't tell me that the Eagles did not lose. And Carolina knocked off the Eagles one year to put them into the Super Bowl. So that it could happen. I'm not saying it will, but it could. And you a Panthers fan?
Did you watch the Eagles game last night?
Yeah, they look. Yeah, whatever.
The defense is sick.
It is sick. It is. I give them that. Hey, dude, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. When I get a little bit of one good game, like I gotta hold on to that, man. I gotta think of the future because usually it's first 2 weeks and it's like, yeah, we'll be better next year.
That was the pain of being an Eagles fan for a long time.
They just
it was always like, we'll get them next year.
We just can't get. They can't get it right, and the owner is just. And I thought with they had a bunch of front office changes. They had Luke Kuechly's in the office. Greg Olson's in the office. Like they got former players that are actually.
I think losing a franchise quarterback takes a bigger toll on a team than people realize.
They had how many franchise quarterbacks? They don't give them the.
But they weren't. They didn't pan out to that. I don't care. Some guys are just not built for certain teams. Baker
Mayfield, great quarterback.
I don't think he would have ever succeeded in Jacksonville.
We're not Jacksonville.
Or not Jacksonville, in Carolina.
Sam Donald, decent quarterback.
He was never, and now he is.
I mean, he was decent.
You got.
So what do you think Carolina? Carolina needs a Cam Newton. Carolina is based. They're run based. They are a old school smash mouth. They're gonna run it down your throat every single game. That's what they do. It kind of reminds me of my high school football years because we were run, pass. I don't
think we're watching the same Carolina Panthers.
We are.
How can you be run heavy and throw for over 450 yards?
I'm talking. Usually we are run heavy. We are Look at all the years with Christian McCaffrey, all the years with Cam Newton,
They
Before
were
that,
so run heavy they got rid of Christian McCaffrey.
because they thought he was hurt. But what about Delangelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, the duo in the back? They were always run. Before that, Tim Batuka,
Biaka Batuka.
Batuka, whatever, Hookah Batuka, whatever. They were strong runs. They run the ball, and it's a passing league right now. They need to realize they need to start passing, because it is which I don't like the passing. I'd rather be a run. I think if you run the ball in football, you control every aspect of the game.
Yeah, no.
You control that clock. You can pass the ball and you can get down the field in a minute, fine and dandy. But I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run a whole.
You have to be able to do both well, because if you were just gonna run, high school football and even college football is a little bit. It's different. You can just outman
the run.
Yeah, in high school.
Yes and no, because as soon as you start seeing those safeties start stunting up, that's when you go over their heads.
Yeah, but
and then the run game develops the passing game.
There are teams that have won state championships who do nothing but run the ball.
Yeah, look like
right. But what I'm saying is
Alex Whippa.
I think when you start getting into high level college football and the NFL, that doesn't jive no more, because you got to remember, not only are your defensive linemen 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", anywhere between 290 and 350, they can run as fast as a running back.
Yeah, they're running 4.7.
You know.
I understand that.
That's why the run kind of went away, because everybody got faster. Now teams are starting to go back to it because you're getting very athletic offensive line.
Right.
You know. I don't know.
I still think the counters is where your money's at. When you get your pulling guards and you're kicking out that end, and you're sealing and you control everything. If you have a power run, you're draining that defense every single down. If you're getting 5 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, every single pike is.
But the odds of you doing that are so minimal. You have running backs that are struggling to average 3 yards a game. And you got 3 yards a carry.
And you got Christian McCaffrey that's busting out freaking 80 yards, and then
but
he also has the hands that he's also receiving 100 yards.
But here's the thing, and I love Saquon Barkley, okay? And everyone's like, oh, Saquon Barkley is not who he was last year. Statistically, no, he's not. And I'll tell you what the difference is. Last year...
The line.
No. Last year, he had so many more runs over 20 yards than he does this year. So, if you get one explosive play for 70, 80 yards, and then you just whittle away for 20 more yards for the rest of that game, you can get 100 carries or 100 yards and 15 carries.
Right.
Okay? So, that's being taken away. People understand that's coming. You're not gonna play teams 2 years in a row and be able to do the same thing you did to them last year.
If you're a good running back.
No, you can't. It's not even about, like, to me, and I'm not taking away.
The lineman makes the running back, period, everything.
It's that, and it's the scheme.
It's the lineman.
The game of football is more mental now than ever before. It's more, you have to have a football IQ.
You do, but it all comes down to the basics.
I watch games, all different games every week, and I run out of fingers counting how many times the defense will sit here and call the play out before it happens on offense. You know, I think people are getting smarter. The schemes and the plays have to get a little more. You can't be predictable in football.
No, you can't.
Right.
But that's why they say having a balanced run and a balance.
Yes, having a balance is fine.
That's where you want to be.
Right.
But your bread and butter is going to be your run. If you have the front, if you have the lineman.
Yeah.
If you have the lineman
I think that's team dependent.
If you have the lineman if you're in the trenches, now I was a lineman. If you're in that trenches and you have an offensive line, like if your offensive line is pushing that defense every single play, and you can't get any penetration, that offense is winning every time.
Right, they are. But here's the thing.
And then you throw in some counters and some.
I would love to see the analytics on this to see what, like, statistically the odds are of you getting a first down running the ball 4 consecutive plays. Because you got to also account for this. You are not going to get 3, 4, 5 yards of carry every carry. There's going to be some plays where you're going to get 0. There's some plays where you're going to lose yards.
And there's some plays that I'm going to get 20 yards.
Right. But those plays become harder and harder, though, the longer the game goes on.
Right. It's fatigue. And that's when you got, your conditioning and your mental toughness.
But what I was originally saying is I don't think you can measure a player by the team he was on, because I've seen it. So many players, different positions all over the league, they get drafted by a team and they don't live up to the first round draft pick status or the second round draft pick status or the number 1 pick or the number 20 pick. They go to another team
and they're bomb.
And they're
fire.
Ridiculous. I
think it all. You got to know your organization. You got to know the people that are drafting for you and the people that are making the picks, and they got to know what if you're a 4-3 defense, if you're a 3-4 defense, if you're a West Coast style offense, you got to know what players are going to mesh together. I mean,
right.
I personally, I think I want to see. I think NFL teams should be more. Offense should be more versatile, meaning there should be I like the idea of a 2-back system, running 2 backs from the out, both backs being very good with hands because you can line them up at the slot, and it's hard to defend. It's very hard to defend against a guy named Christian McCaffrey.
You're starting to see that happen in the league now, though.
Right, and it doesn't wear and tear down a running back, because when you have a running back that is 34. Carries a game, dude. That's 34 carries a game with 110 yards, dude. That guy put some work in, and do that for 5 years. You're done. You're shot.
Well,
if you have somebody that can,
the other thing.
Break down that workload, and I don't know.
I just think
it's fast.
It's dependent on your team.
There's nobody on that football field that is a joke.
You got right.
They're all good. They're all great players.
I think if you want to win, you got to understand what you're trying to do as a team. So if you have a defense, and I'm going to tell you why Philadelphia is winning games.
Fucking hate Philly.
No, but I watch them every week. I can tell you why they're winning games. They're not winning games because they have an all-star team. They're not winning games because they have the best quarterback or the best running back or the best defense. They're winning games because their offense is doing just enough to complement their defense. If your defense is only giving up 9 points a game, your offense doesn't have to do much.
Right.
They can hand the ball off and get 2 yards.
Yeah, you're right.
You're still accomplishing the same thing. You're controlling the game.
I think defense is going to win championships. Point blank.
There are times where that's true, and then there's times where that's not.
I mean, if they don't score, they don't win.
Right.
But then if you don't
the first
score,
couple Kansas City Super Bowls were because of their defense.
Yeah. And then the offense kind of took it in.
But... And then they became another greatest show on turf, like when Kurt Warner was in St. Louis with the Rams. They kind of became that.
That was a fluke.
No, the Rams were good.
They were, but it was then. I honestly think this is the fall of the Kansas City.
Kurt Warner, though, while we're talking about this,
Taylor Swift's breaking up with,
is the prime example of what I was saying about knowing the right quarterback for the right system. Kurt Warner wouldn't have done.
You ever see his movie?
No.
Oh, dude, watch that movie. It's actually.
But I'm saying
I give that guy a lot of credit.
He would have not been as successful in 27 of the 32 teams. He wouldn't have been. I'm telling you right now, he wouldn't.
Successful person,
right?
I think he's just excited. I think he's a great guy.
I
Kurt
think
Warner,
he is too. I'm not taking nothing away from him.
he was
But
working at
I'm
a
saying-
supermarket. He was working at a supermarket.
Mhm. But I'm saying you put him on 27 of the 32 teams.
No.
And he ain't doing nothing.
No, I think Marshall was it Marshall Falk.
Mhm.
He had a lot to help. He helped
Right.
them out too. I mean,
So you're gonna see this in Cleveland now. The Shador Sanders experiment has officially started.
I don't think they're giving that kid the right fucking. They're and I hate to say this, but they're kind of like blacklisting him. They're not giving him the right opportunities, dude. They're just because he's Deion kid. Yeah, we all know Deion's cocky. He's this, that, and the third. But dude, give this kid a shot, dude. I think,
Right.
dude, when I saw his face, when like he was just sitting there with disgust, like he was just done. But
You're right, and we'll have to talk about this more some other time. But fortunately, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. I don't know why I'm talking to Facebook; they're not there
they're not
anymore.
anymore. Shit.
But hey, thanks
They
for
do.
listening. Thanks for watching. Be good.
Hey,
Be good to each other.
share a show. You know, if you got a laugh, you know, anything, you know, you got anything out of this, Joe, share it. You know.
Yeah, we'd like to start making some money now.
If you guys want us to talk about a certain thing, or you guys want to be on, we have a email address. It's TomandRumble
at gmail.com.
Message us, whatever, you know. We want to get more interactive. We want to start communicating more with you guys out there and making the best podcast for all of us. So on that, hope you all have a good Monday night. Stay warm. Be good. Be cool.
Go Raiders. Good night, guys.